Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today is the last day for the Street Fighter 6 collaboration. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to make sure that we go through everything to make sure that we got everything from this update, because you don't want to miss out on any of these rewards that you could have gotten during this update. So the first thing, guys, is you want to click on your little alarm clock to see what you need to collect or what you need to use. And the easiest way to do this is just make sure that you go through here, guys, jump in your carnival, check both your carnivals and collect what you can. I've already collected everything from the collaboration carnival. This is only going to last for another, well, this day, right, today. And then the other carnival, which is the Ages Challenge, is going to last for another 9 days. So you don't have to worry about collecting anything at this point in time, because the Ages Challenge is going to go on for another week. So you don't have to worry about this at all. You do want to make sure that you collect everything that says 23 hours. So do come into these Jury's Gift, guys, the Cammy's Gift. Get all of these rewards out of here you can, because there are some rubies, there are some little goodies in here. You can see that, you know, we've gotten up to level 7 here, and we're going to try to get some of these shards, right? Maybe I can get another stone, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. And it looks like I'm going to have to farm a little bit more, use a little bit more AP, so I can at least get those 500 rubies. You really don't want to miss out on that. Hopefully you'll have enough auto clear tickets to do it. If not, try to farm as long as you can, because we do have another entire day to get it done. Well, actually, for the time recording this video, we got about 23 hours. And by the time this video shows up on YouTube, it's going to be quite a bit less, because I'm actually recording this hours ahead from the actual posting of the video. But do come in here, guys. Go into your Street Fighter 6 Honor Mission. Collect everything in here that you need to. I haven't even really worried about that myself. But the dice game, roll all your dice so you can get everything in here as much as you can. You know, get some of these tokens, you know, get some of these coins. So you can try to hopefully get maybe a Street Fighter 5 character in return, or, you know, get one of the characters from the Street Fighter 5 collaboration. Check your puzzle. Collect everything from your codex as well, guys, and your crafting event. So in your crafting event, you do have these stones. The most important stone, guys, would be, at least in my humble opinion, is the Moonstone. That does give critical damage. If there's just which one of these stones you're trying to decide to go in between, really, for any of the characters, I would go for critical damage personally. That's what I would go with. If you want to go with the star, you'll gain some extra critical rate, but I do believe the critical damage is really where it's at for these characters. And we scroll along a little bit further, guys. Do collect everything from these codexes, guys. If you see that little red dot, collect what you can out of here. Make sure that your characters are leveled up as far as they are, so that way you can get everything in here. So if I have, you know, say, you know, by some miracle, I had this Guile here level up to A3, then I would have, you know, all the way up to Awaken Tier 3 for the stone. So do collect everything that you can out here. These are easy things to forget about, guys. Easy things, you know, go into Street Fighter 5, collect everything out of there, and then you're pretty much done. Now, what you also want to do is you want to jump into your serial all events, and you want to get everything from your rush dungeon. You know, for some of us out there, we weren't, you know, we, you know, might have forgotten that we could get that memory for Jamie out of here. And for some of you guys, maybe getting these would be really good. And if you need these shards, go ahead and queue it up. There's 1,000 of these. So before the reset, or before this ends, I'm going to collect all 1,000 of these. I'm going to get everything that I can out of here, especially these coins, so I can go a little bit further. Matter of fact, if I do it right now, let me see here. We can go up to 5,000. Let's go ahead and collect those right now, right? Because we're going to make this a little bit part of the video, right? And also collect your dailies as usual. And when we get out of here, and by the way, guys, if you don't have any of the card sets for the Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 6 characters, let me jump back in here. You really do want to get a set of these things for them, because they are very helpful for the Street Fighter 5 or 6 characters. They really help with your damage and also for your recovery, your PG gain. It's actually really, really good. It's going to allow you to switch between characters and have their 3 PGs available a whole lot faster, which means you can go into your supers more often and have more ignore iframes or more iframes. That way you don't take, or more invincibility frames, so that way you don't take any damage during. So really, really a beneficial card set. I haven't farmed through them yet, but I'll probably go ahead and get that also before this update does end, kind of saving everything for the last moment, which is really what you want to do. Also come to your towers, guys. Collect everything from towers. Try to complete the towers if you can. There's memories in one of these, or actually there's in this one here, you do have shards, and you also have these coins and tickets and all kinds of little goodies in this one right here. And you do have the memory for Jamie, and really you want to collect Jamie, guys. He's a really, really strong character, pretty amazing actually. And also, you can get a memory out of the other boss showdown as well. And then you just have your summons and your false event, Orochi event. So let's jump into the summons here where we have the coins for good old Guile, right? We got 7,200 coins. I haven't bought any of these coins at all on this account. We're just going to go ahead and do these summons. Now, I will do a little bit more farming to try to get some more coins because you guys saw that there were some still available. And, well, you know, we got a card. No, okay. But you really want to do this to make sure you get any of these other rewards. Those infinities can be really helpful as well. Alright, you know, it's a little card for Chun-Li. Really good, especially if you don't have any already. Chun's really, really strong now. And hopefully you guys, you know, were able to get some memories out of here for your characters. Or at least acquire them. I'm just going to skip it, guys. And, you know, nothing major. Not getting very lucky at all. Ugh. I mean, we got one set card there. Okay. And then we got a selector. We can choose any one of the characters. And that's something else. You want to make sure you collect everything from those selectors as well. Alright, we'll skip it. And nothing. So, I really didn't get lucky at all. I pretty much got the shaft. So, after you do all this, guys, you collect all your coins from there. Come into your inventory, if we can ever click on it. And do collect anything that you do have in here. These stones are on a time limit, so do collect these things before it does run out. These infinity items, if you might need them to go ahead and level up your characters, do collect those things. I mean, you're going to hear me say that a lot in this video, guys. Collect your puzzle pieces if you need to. Collect your selector for your battle card if you need to. Whatever you see these little time restrictions on, you want to collect those items. So in closing, I want to give you guys my final thoughts about this update, because in some ways it was really, really good, and in some ways it was kind of it wasn't so good. So as far as all the characters are concerned, you know, with Ken, Juri, Cammy, Guile, I'm really happy with all these characters. They're pretty damn insane. From the way it looks like Street Fighter 6 Cammy is the strongest of them, but it's really hard to tell, to be perfectly honest with you guys. It's just the feedback that I've been getting from other players, but Ken is still insane. He's absolutely bonkers. Really, really fun to play. And I can't really show them on this account, but Juri is so fun. Guile, an insane support character. But when it gets into the other two characters is really where it puts a bit of a sour taste in your mouth, because, you know, we did get Classic Guile from a login, which is awesome, guys. But unfortunately, you know, you saw what had just happened, and I was only able to get one selector, right? And maybe I'll get two selectors. I say some insane luck happened, and I was able to get another Guile. And you can only get him from the selector, which is kind of a bummer. It means that at maximum, this character is only going to be A2. Unless you spent money, he'll only be A2, which means that all he's going to end up being is a collector's item, unless you spend some cashola, which is pretty unfortunate. I was really hoping that we'd be able to get this character to A3, but it just doesn't look that way, guys. It doesn't look that way at all. You know, I've only got one memory for him because I do have that selector that I just got, but that's it. And so I'm pretty disappointed about that, man. I was really hoping that people would be able to give him to A3, that at least they could use him in the plug-in plan and so on, because it's kind of like a giant tease to get a free character and not be able to take them to A3, but at least we did get the character. Unlike another character, which is the other Cammy, right? The classic Cammy, who unfortunately you have to spend moolah in order to get, and that is super unfortunate. Now, the good thing that they did about this is that you could collect Guile coins along the way. You've been able to level up Guile, as well as, you know, get a Cammy. But this isn't going to level up Cammy. We've already talked about this before. It's about 270 bucks, and then you'd have to go in this other one and spend another 270 bucks on these crappy packs. If you did buy Cammy, man, shout out to you. That is freaking fantastic. It really is, guys. I'm jealous. I wish I had her, but I just can't see spending that kind of money for this character, because in all the time that we played this game, we've only had about 4 paywall characters in the 4 years that I've played the game. And it's just unfortunate to me that they did do this. And honestly, it's a little bit unfortunate that, you know, most people are only going to be able to have Guile to A2. So he's going to be a useful character for a new player. But for, you know, a veteran or a player that's been playing for about 6 months or so, he's going to sit on the sidelines for the most part, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer, right? But the characters in the banner, the characters that we pull for, they're amazing. You know, any one of those characters that you're going to have, I think you're going to be pretty happy. And then, of course, we have the free Jamie, who is an insane character. I'm really, really happy with Jamie, with how he performs. I'll be doing another video about him, show him what he can do whenever he's leveled up. But he's actually quite strong, guys. Really, really insane. So on the good, we got, you know, a bunch of great characters out of the banner. We have a tremendous free character. We did get a free Guile, which is nice, but we can't really A3 him unless you spent money. And then you obviously can't get Classic Cammy unless you spent money. So to me, it's a little bit unfortunate. So the update for me was kind of like this. Some things were really, really good, and some things, in my opinion, were really, really bad. But I think it's more good than bad, in all honesty, guys, because they did give us a free character. You did have to work for this character. You did have to play Dream Match in order to get him. However, on one of my accounts, right, on my main account, I didn't even play Dream Match for him, and I still was able to A5 the character, which is pretty sweet. I did play Dream Match in here, which is why he was up to level 80. But if you're on the brinks of deciding whether or not you should go for these characters, you know, before this update ends, just know, guys, that there's a good chance that you'll never see these characters in here again. So if you're a fan of Guile, if you're a fan of Jury, if you're a fan of any one of these characters, or even the Classic Cammy or the Classic Guile, then now is your chance, now is your opportunity to go ahead and pick these characters up. Because if you are able to get them to A5 or even a minimum of A3, but A5 especially, if you can get them to A5, you're on the brinks of going to the pity. I would go ahead and do it and go ahead and level them up and take them to A5, because they will hold their value for a long time, guys. The UE character is going to hold their value because you'll be able to use them as your damage dealers in, you know, game content like Tower of Illusion, like the plug-in plant. But if we ever get future game modes, which I do bet we will get, then you're going to have those characters. You're going to have those A5 characters. I mean, Psyche for a long time, guys, has proved to be very, very relevant. Now, granted, other characters haven't proved to be as relevant, but still, I'm pretty sure that these characters are going to last the test of time. They're going to be really, really good for a long, long time. Even if they do to get power crept, they're still going to be really, really useful, especially for, you know, your farming in those plug-in plants, which is where you farm for materials to level up your characters and make them a whole lot stronger. And even if you can get one of these characters to A3, you're really close to getting to A3, I would probably advise you to go ahead and do that. I really have no idea who's going to be the next character in the banner, but I just want to remind you guys to do all of these things before this update ends, to do any kind of pulls you need to try to level these characters up if you need to do so that way you don't miss out on any of these opportunities for these characters. So guys, let me know what you think about the Street Fighter 6 update. Let me know what kind of luck you had in the particular, you know, Guile banner. Was you able to get any of these characters? And please make sure to collect everything that you can out of this update before it does end. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.